My name is Mylan Smith. I'm the creator of Kookville. This is a show about a reporter from Atlanta. He's a big city reporter who ends up in a small town full of really strange people. Now, we started off with a web series back in 2020 and 2021, and now we are trying to do a TV show. In the web series, we had two guys called the Skunkape Boys, played by these two, Shannon Williams and Joe Byers. And we're just going to talk to them a little bit about what they did and talk a little bit about where we're going to go with the TV show. So let's just start off talking to you guys. Tell me about your characters. What's their names and what do they do?
James and Ernie.
And there's two schools of thought about who's James and who's Ernie.
Okay.
So I would just say that there's a couple of guys that obviously Shannon and I don't look much alike. My thought about the characters is that they're convinced that they're identical twins.
Yes.
They got different mothers, different fathers. They don't look anything alike. We're not the same age, but they're identical twins. At one point, I think I described that as being one brain, two bodies.
Yes.
So these guys are just simpatico, you know.
Right.
We finish each other's sentences, that kind of thing.
Right.
Sentences.
Well, tell us about the web series episode that you were in and what happened.
Well, we were explaining to a new reporter who came into town about our adventures with a Skunkape, which I really enjoyed. I liked the banter that we did. We filmed in a bar. What was the bar? It was nice. It was really neat to be able to film there.
Filming in a bar is always nice. So,
Yes, yeah. We just drank the whole time. But no, it's really neat characters though. I like the way they work off of each other, and the way I look at it, my character's just in love with Joe. I just watch him and I finish his sentences, and we just, because we're pals, we do everything together, and Skunkape hunting is one of the things that we do together. We have a lot of other adventures, I believe, out there.
Yeah, you guys are going to be hunters, and you're going to be doing a lot of fishing, catching alligators.
Bigger than life stuff, though.
Yep.
Yes. You're also both very good as the Skunkape Boys at tall tales, many of which have been written by Joe. And in fact, we're going to have one in your main episode for the TV show about Old Roy. I won't ask you to discuss it, but just tell us who Old Roy is.
Old Roy is an alligator who is 20 plus feet, 4 to 5 feet big around. I mean, just this monster alligator. And how much of this should I spill?
Let's not tell the story about
Okay.
Old Roy the Tall Tale. Just tell us who he is.
We're out in the swamp. We're doing a little bit of catfish noodling, which look that up. You can find it online. It's a really odd behavior that some people do. And in the process of doing that noodling, we run into Big Roy, and James has a
Let's not
interesting encounter.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way.
Right, we'll leave it at that. There's going to be plenty of other stories kind of like that. You had a really interesting little line in one of them, trying to skin a porcupine.
Yeah. It seemed like one of those futile and ultimately, hard to do and ultimately futile things that human beings so often find themselves doing. And I think the Skunkape Boys find themselves doing that kind of thing probably more so than most people do.
Yes, and they warned Dominic from doing it too. Basically, don't do something that's pointless and going to be painful.
Exactly. Although I think we will, as the series progresses, we will be taking Dominic on some pointless and ultimately futile excursions as the series goes on.
Which will involve a Skunkape.
Yeah, amongst other legendary or semi-legendary creatures.
And we've got a great swamp to film in, so.
I'm
plenty of-
looking forward to that part especially. The question is, do we have a boat to go into this one?
We can do that, but
Boat.
my recommendation
You just walk.
is the middle of winter. We can walk right in. And,
Maybe not walk out again, but.
Maybe you do,
Yeah,
maybe you don't, you
no,
know.
if we do it in the middle of
Acting's
winter,
tough, man.
everything's good. Everything's
These
good.
guys are dedicated. No sacrifice.
No snakes in the wintertime. That's the good, that really is the safety thing, but it's really neat. You can film out there. We can film some real good skunk ape footage out there.
That's fantastic.
And then early spring, we could film all the alligators we want to and catch them.
And catch them.
I mean,
I like
they,
that.
they do exist. I mean, Big Roy may be legendary, but there's other smaller gators that are around.
Yeah, we will have gators in this TV show, by the way.
We spare no expense.
Gotta have gators.
Okay, so what else can we say about you guys?
He's taller than me.
Okay, that's true.
There is a notion. I won't go into it too much, but there's something that Mylan wrote that on the face of it, I mean, I'm big, him not so big, but sort of big redneck, dumb kind of guys, and yet it comes out in the series that these two may actually be the smartest guys in Kookville, and that's a kind of maybe a little subcurrent thing that I think that hopefully as the series goes on we can explore that these two kind of morons, drunks, are actually sort of brilliant.
Yeah. They have a very impressive vocabulary, which we won't say why they have it, but it comes out.
And that's not code for anything. He means really a big vocabulary, not just the bad words, but the good ones too.
Which confuses people around them.
Absolutely.
So, any other last thoughts before we wrap this up today?
Nope, we're gonna have a blast. Kookville's gonna be fun. If you can participate.
Please do watch it. We hope to have the first season wrapped up by next summer and out in streamers by the end of next year. And I want to say thank you to you guys for doing this.
Yeah, the web series was so much fun, and this is going to be even more fun. Really looking forward to it. And if you join us, you'll get a chance to see what he does to an alligator, and it's not pretty.
Thank you very much. And thank you